Welcome back into another video, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about my personal opinions on the Sonic Racing Crossworlds network test that came out a couple days ago. And Sega, I was lucky enough to get a email from Sega, so I thank you, Sega, for this opportunity, and I will be giving you my personal opinions about the game and what I feel about it and what I would add, the positives and negatives, all of that in today's video. So without further ado, let's get started now. Let's first start with the positives of the game, which I very much love, which are like the gadgets and the machine customization. And I love the customization, picking stuff that you personally like, whatever makes your playstyle work the best. And my personal playstyle, the ones that I work in, and ones you're seeing in this video, is speedy air tricks, slipstream enhancement, level 1 quick charge, runoff bonus, and ring range up. Those ones work really well for me, especially in stages like E-Garden. So if you see me a lot playing, you'll probably be playing in E-Garden, because that's the stage that my gadgets work the best in. And the vehicle designs are beautiful. I love each of the customization. The transformations such as flight and boat mode work really well, and while it was a little confusing to get used to, I did learn it, and it's extremely fun, and I would love to do it again. The track graphics and the graphics overall are really good. The Unreal Engine 4 or 5, I have no clue what it is, but works really well, and it does do a really good job showing off the visuals in this game, and one of the best visually car racer I've ever seen. The songs, like the music, is really good. While not everyone likes it, I personally did, and I would like to see more that they had. The drifting and like air tricking was really smooth, especially with like gadgets such as speedy air trick and level 1 quick charge, the ones I have equipped. They make it really seamless and really smooth. The track layouts are really fun. Finding new shortcuts like the ones in E-Garden, Flower Garden, Rainbow Garden, and E-Stadium, Rainbow Garden, and Ocean View were really fun, and can't wait for more tracks to come out to see more shortcuts. The characters, while they were pretty small, there is bigger characters, so when the final game comes out, I'll be able to play as more characters such as like Sage and Jet. The Crossworld aspect was extremely fun, especially trying to find the track that fits me most when I was going into when I was in first going through a Crossworld. And the frenzy in the Crossworld was really fun, especially the one that turned you metal for a period of time. And I like all the frenzies. It was just a nice little switch up on the normal gameplay, and can't wait to see what more they have for us in the Crossworld aspect. Now let's move on to the negative aspects of Sonic Racing Lost Worlds. And the main problem is the item balance. It is too chaotic, and it is really fun still. It's too chaotic, especially when I'm in first place, about to win, so close to winning, and then just get hit with everything, with no defense items or anything to protect myself with, and I just immediately lose and go from first to 8th. There was one time when I was playing in a round, I was in first, 5 seconds away from winning. Well, it was like 15, but got hit with a King Boo Boom and Slicer at the same time. Got hit by both of them. Then got hit by a monster truck and went from first to 8th in a matter of like 10 seconds and lost the race in those 10 seconds. And while I do enjoy it, I think it should be toned down a little bit, or add like more defense items so it's easier to block in first places, because like first place has no shot of winning if you're close to the end and you don't have any defense item to protect you with. So you can like add more defense items, tone down the items, make them less chaotic, have more invincibility frames so you don't get immediately hit with everything on the side of the earth. And I think that's about it. There isn't too many things wrong with the item balance, but there is something that can be adjusted. So if Sonic Team and Sega take my advice, I think Sonic Racing Crossworld will be a game that will be remembered for a long time. Now I'm going to just go in depth with the characters, and not the characters, the maps and everything about it. And my favorite map is East Stadium and Metal Harbor, because East Stadium has so many shortcuts, especially in the beginning and the end, to catch up and win. And Metal Harbor just because it's such a fun little track to play with. And there's not that many shortcuts, but if you're able to stay in the lead, you basically win because of the not so many shortcuts. And the only big shortcut you can take without boost items, so it's not too big of a shortcut, but that's really about it. And East Stadium, not East Stadium, Rainbow Garden also has not too many shortcuts, but there's 2 in the beginning of the track, which can get you in the lead, but not that far because they're not as big as tracks like East Stadium. But if you're able to stay in the lead after taking those 2 big shortcuts, you can probably win. Wonder Museum is a fun track, but it's not one of my top 5. Well, it's actually not a bad track, but it's not like my big favorite. But I'm not saying it's a terrible track either. What's the other one? I don't remember. I don't remember. It doesn't matter. Oh yeah, Water Palace and Ocean View. Ocean View and Water Palace. I like this track. They're really fun, but they not as good on my level as East Stadium or Metal Harbor. But Water Palace does have a good ending shortcut, which can bring you into the lead. And now let me talk about the Crossworlds. My favorite Crossworlds, Crack and Bay, because of the water in the beginning of the track. You can get you ahead if you know how to do the jump trick jump, whatever it's called. You can get ahead. I did that before in the server, and I went from 8th place to 1st and won the track because of it. And it's not that hard. It's just you jump, you do a little trick, and then you trick on the water, and then you can get a good boost of speed and keep doing it, and you'll just keep getting speed on your opponents and probably getting ahead. Dino Jungle is also a really fun one. It doesn't really have too many shortcuts, not many of the Crossworlds do, but it is really fun, especially when you have to time it right to not get hit by the T-Rex, which I always fail to do for some reason. Casino, whatever the Bingo Highway one is, that one also is fun, but it's not one of my favorite ones. I'm really not the best at it, but I started to get better and better at it as the game progressed. But it's not one of my favorite tracks. Sky Road is a really good one, especially in Frenzy, because I was able to learn like the shortcuts that you can take in Frenzy mode. So that was a blast to play with. And I don't remember the other one. Wait, I don't remember the other one. Oh yeah. The last crossword that is in the network text is Lava Cave, and it's not one of my personal favorite ones. It is still a really fun one, and I want to see more maps, characters, and crosswords, and I can't wait to see what more they have planned for this game. And I really think this game will do really well, so I can't wait for it to come out. And thank you guys for watching this video, and if you guys want me to review and talk about a little more about the game, I would certainly do so. So if that's probably about all that I have for you guys today, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.